Security validation in Google Security Operations is a strategic process designed to ensure that an organization's security posture is not just theoretical, but effective in real-world conditions. In the dynamic landscape of cloud computing and hybrid enterprises, automated and continuous validation has become critical to proactively managing risks, identifying misconfigurations, and ensuring resilience against ever-evolving threats. The process begins with the integration of Google Security Operations tools, such as Chronicle Security Operations and Security Command Center. These platforms enable centralization of security data, detection rules, and automated workflows. Continuous validation is achieved through repeated simulation of attacks, configuration assessments, and compliance checks, often using synthetic events and red teaming exercises to inject realistic threat scenarios into the system. At the heart of the operation is the Security Validation Framework. This framework orchestrates a series of validation checks across the organization's assets. For example, it may simulate a credential phishing attack, plant an anomalous file, or mimic lateral movement across network segments. The system then observes whether detection rules trigger alerts and whether the response workflows operate as designed. Every failure is accurately logged, analyzed, and fed back into the remediation cycle, creating a feedback loop that fosters learning and improvement. A key advantage lies in automation. Leveraging Google's Chronicle SOAR playbooks, security teams automate the validation of critical controls, reducing manual effort and human error. For instance, a playbook can automatically verify if sensitive data egress generates proper alerting and whether incident response triggers appropriate containment actions. Automated reporting summarizes effectiveness, highlighting both strengths and security gaps. Governance and compliance are not afterthoughts. Google Security Operations embeds validation against industry standards like CAS benchmarks and NIST frameworks. Regular policy audits ensure that configurations align with both contractual obligations and regulatory requirements. Evidence gathered during security validation is stored in an immutable audit log, enabling auditors and stakeholders to attest to the efficacy of controls. A practical example illustrates the value. Suppose an enterprise wishes to validate the effectiveness of their anti-phishing mechanisms. Using Chronicle's validation tools, they can simulate a wave of phishing emails targeted at various departments. The system tracks how these emails enter the environment, whether email security gateways intercept them, and if suspicious user activity is detected downstream. If a gap is found, say, a mailbox rule bypasses security controls, the validation process immediately notifies the responsible teams, provides proof of the failure, and tracks remediation activities until closure. The outcome is ongoing assurance that Google Security Operations does not merely check compliance boxes, but substantively improves the detection and response capability of the Security Operations Center. Security validation transforms best effort defense into measurable and demonstrable security maturity, turning an organization's security investments into tangible risk reduction in the face of emerging threats.